Okay, so I watched 3 hours, 2.5 hours of live golf today. It was in Dallas. Tip of the cap to not only the golfers, but the fans who went because it looked really hot. I
Muggy.
was checking. Yeah, it looked really, really muggy. Now that I spend a lot of time in Chicago, that's my reality as well. So I got to ask you, watching this, where are you on Patrick Reed? So Patrick Reed is not, and listen, golf can be, I mean, you have a caddy, but golf is like one of those sports, like it can be like skiing, it can be like swimming. You could be on Team USA, but it's very individual. And guys are creatures of habits. So it's always felt in my life there's just a golfer or two on the tour that's either a little irascible, he's a little difficult, he's not one of the guys. And I always think like I get it. It's the Ryder Cup is one of the only times we see golf, and it's like it's a collective. But you have to pay for everything. You're on your own. I mean, every course is different. Every other team sport, you know, the football fields are the same dimensions. I mean, golf, you go to Augusta and you're putting on glass. I
Yeah.
was just talking to somebody, I golfed with somebody, um, Robbie Hummel, the former Purdue basketball player who
Oh
does
yeah,
some
yeah.
broadcasting, a great guy. And he was talking about he went down
Great
to
3-point shooter,
Augusta.
right?
Great, and he's just great KD stories. Great, I mean, just funny, funny guy. He was talking about Augusta. He's golfed down there, and he's like, you can't even imagine how fast they are. It's just because they don't have a lot of rough at Augusta, so they kind of overcompensate, with the greens.
Yeah.
Like that's the danger. But I've always kind of felt like with golf, like it's okay. It's okay if you're a little odd or a little gruff. Patrick Reed played very, very well this weekend. Where are you at with him? How do you view him?
Well, I think, all these other sports, let's use basketball, for example, over the years, they've had Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green. You get these different personalities that add
Right.
elements to the villain nature versus the good guys. Football's had it,
Yes.
Ndamukong Suh, just different players. Patrick Reed was always, one of those people that I don't want to just say rubbed people the wrong way, but just pissed people off. He's had some incidents over the course of his career, but one of the greatest short games in the history of the sport. I mean, you'd put him right up there with like Seve Ballesteros, in terms of just a wedge in his hand. He's a guy that from Tiger Woods to since he's been on Live, John Rahm, I mean, people will go pick his brain as good of a short game that's ever played golf. And I mean, guy's won the Masters. I mean, this guy is a major champion. He was in the mix this year. I think he finished third. Yeah, he just is someone that, as the game of golf, like part of golf, you get a lot of guys that, especially now, it's pretty cookie cutter. You're not bringing much to the table, kind of boring. You do need some personalities, and the golf has always had some of that. Going back to when I was a kid with John Daly, to Patrick Reed brings that. There was an incident I think today out there with a fan where Patrick Reed like stared him down after the guy was giving it to him, and Patrick. You need more Patrick Reeds to make this thing interesting. You need some people that are going to throw some curveballs every once in a while. Because let's face it, golf, can be a little boring in nature. So this isn't exactly the National Football League. So yeah,
Right.
I listen. He's when he's on, he can play with anybody.
Sorry to interrupt this great video, but please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. Now back to the video. Well, Patrick won a four-way playoff, his first live golf win. Had a chance to win on 18 with a putt that was short,
Yeah.
but here's my question: would you put him on the Ryder Cup team?
Well, I don't know how close you've been following the Ryder Cup, but we got issues, Colin. America, we are. They look really good. I mean, their team is pretty stacked, and our team has kind of fallen off the map. And part of it is, Keegan Bradley, they tried to, change it up a little bit, go with the younger guy. I think they would have liked to go with Tiger, but, for whatever reason, I don't know, Tiger's hanging out with Charlie. He just wasn't that interested. So they went with Keegan, who's now basically played himself onto the team.
Yeah,
And beside a couple guys, like I think you could go with anybody. Bryson DeChambeau is going to be on the team. Kepka, I think would have been a guy they would have liked to pick. He withdrew. I don't know if he's sick or had an injury this week. Hasn't played that well.
he
Patrick
has.
Reed now top five in a major, just won today. To me, if he plays well at the Open Championship here coming up, I think he's the type guy. We just need more talent because right now our team relative to their team, and this is in New York, so the atmosphere is going to be nuts. The vibe are already huge. Keegan Bradley is a Northeast guy. He went to St. John's. A lot of buzz coming into this. Now Bryson, who wasn't on the team a couple years ago, is going to be. That's going to add a huge element to the just intensity of it. To me, Patrick Reed's a guy like, why not? He'd definitely be in the discussion. I'll promise you that. So, yeah, he plays well here down the stretch. I would imagine they're going to have some conversations for sure.